he opened the door and he nearly brought him in. But I went into the bungalow after, and
it's working, yeah. It's working.
It was all full of guys from Southern Hemisphere, South Africa, and there was Australians, and there was every sort of a guy. And we were up to the bar anyway, so we weren't supposed to be there. And said 3 pints of muffins. And the man asked me, what did you say? He said, we haven't got it. It was 3 pints of Guinness. And he came back and he said, where are you from, man? So we said, we wouldn't want to betray, so we said, we're French. He said, I thought that myself. So I better go to my notes. My notes are very special because I prepare notes for every speech, and after 34 pre-matches you think I'd be able to say a few words without picking them up and having to resort to notes. But immediately after it goes in here, and a few weeks ago I pulled out and I did a bit of spring cleaning. There was 10 speeches that were going back, maybe going back to the playoff matches a couple of years ago, but maybe back to diplomacy, lads. And Trevor and members of Wanderers, Linda, Michelle and Lorraine, Montgomery's absolutely fantastic looking ladies, smashers. And Trevor, your father, a true gentleman. Tis hard to make out, guys. 2 years. We haven't been in contact less than 2 years. We played in the famous playoff match below Cantor. That match will go down in local history in Cantor of the battle of the Black Mercedes and the Black Pudding. And I can imagine in the playoffs when you qualified, when you won Leinster and we won Munster, when you went on to the, where in God's name is this place? And the Google came out and the sat-navs came out and the entering, but if you enter the wrong place, like you'd end up like someplace between Gundagai and Wagga Wagga. But you found your way down, and as I say, we'll go down in history in the local sporting circles as the day of the moving goalpost. But it moved for you that day, and in the space of 2 years we've made this up 4-time playing. There's still only 9 points of separating us in the 3 years, and we just need one today. A fantastic meal. I hope it's not the last supper. And it's fantastic. I think 2 years, 3 years, 4 years ago when we started this game, we were started off in the middle of the second division. I think we'd be above with Wanderers in Marion Road and up with one of the most famous, most historic clubs in the world, and that's it. And all the guys are, a few guys, it's great to see Mr. Black here today, the executive of the union. I sent Gordon a video a couple of weeks ago there, and it was a famous video by Max Spice. And Gordon, of course, international referee, international linesman, and the name of the poem was The Home for Blind Irish Referees. Gordon, I think, wasn't too happy with that one. But I mean, he'll be going back next week, next few weeks. We need to see former presidents dumping the scrap heap. I mean, what's you got to do after being a president of a rugby club? Jesus, there's nothing. What can you do? Back to the wife, I suppose. Can you imagine that? Imagine the reception you're going to get. And where were you for the last 6 years? Jesus, having the time of my life. I'm with the greatest bunch of fellas and meeting the greatest people all over Ireland. Absolutely fantastic. And says, you love can't talk rugby more than you love me. Jesus, girl, I love Wanderers more than I love you. I don't know what I'm telling the jokes for, because it's like gallows humour. It's a bit like Ned Kelly descending on the scaffold in Melbourne jail. And what are your last words? Such is life. And the same today, lads. We go up, we go down, we'll survive. That'll be it. And thank you very much. You're fantastic people. It was an absolute pleasure to meet you all. And notwithstanding meeting Rolly Meets was one of the high points of my time in Wanderers, an absolute legend. I'd like to thank you all, the Wanderers. You're fantastic people. Thank you very much. By the way, I've got a special presentation of Trevor likes his gin.
Now you got it.
So I got a special bottle. It's our local gin, Dingle gin. There's 4 bottles inside this. You've got an autumn gin, a summer gin, a spring gin. What's the other one? Winter. So you want to watch the gin because it makes you sin. There's another girl came to Killarney one time. She came from London. She was a lady of the night. She was the biggest lady of the night in London. She spent a bit of time off, a bit of bother now in Killarney. So after a few days, she decided she'd do the Kerry. And she was driving around past Killarney, and you know, she was heating up the market, you know. As they say in the cattle, you know, in the horse business, she was in heat. And as you say in the cattle business, she was bullying. So she arrived anyway. She went around and she was looking around for any likely guys around the place. So she arrived on Car 17 and heading on into Wardville, and she came around the corner, and there was the Kerry man inside in the field, stripped to the waist, plowing a field with a horse and plough. She said, "That's my man." There he was, 6'4", the Kerry man. Pair of shorts, long blonde hair, 6-pack in front, another 6-pack behind. So she got out of the car. "This is the man for me," she said. Just to get out of the car, the Kerry man went fed up the horse and plough. He got up the horse, lifted him up, and threw him straight over into the next field. Jesus, she couldn't control herself. He caught up the plough, the Kerry man caught up the plough, lifted up the plough, threw it into the next field. She ran up to him, she pulled up her chest. Take me, I'm the biggest hole in London," he said. And by Christ, the Kerry man says, "I must be the biggest hole in Kerry because I'm after plowing the wrong thing."